What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tisha the Brave. Hope you guys are doing well, hope you guys are doing okay. Before we get started, I just want to remind you that on my Patreon, if you support me financially on there, you'll be able to see the moon forecast and the numerology forecast for the week, as well as a tarot message for the week. So definitely check me out on there, patreon.com/Tisha the Brave. And I also have some services including numerology reports. So definitely hit me up at tishathebrave@gmail.com if you want any of my services. Now let's get into the video. So for destiny number 4, you are a person who often gets dragged into solving issues either practically or mentally for other people in their everyday lives. I know some destiny number 4s that if I had some shit that's broken, like an actual like TV or something, they could probably work it out and like fix it within a matter of like minutes or something. Like that's the kind of person that you are. You're a practical and mental like problem solver, and people come to you and flock to you for that. It's unavoidable. You're a very trustworthy person in your community, and that might cause you to have a lot of pressure because you're so reliable. It's like when you want to be an introvert, which a lot of destiny number 4s are. If you want to be an introvert for a moment, if you want to like literally avoid the family or whatever it is, the event that you're going to, it's kind of like people will notice that you're missing because they need you for bits and pieces, or they'll be like, when you're there, they'll be like, oh thank God you're here, we have a problem and we need you to do this. And like for you, it's just like you just want to relax, but unfortunately you're the reliable one, so it's not easy sometimes for you to relax because you're just being dragged here back and forth, and it's not easy. For you guys, you thrive on stability and security. The people you choose to be around is very important to you because of course you can't be with flaky people. So it means that you're highly picky as well. Because stability and compatibility is your thing, it might take you a while to find that perfect job or that perfect person. And like I said, you're going to be naturally picky because you also need to be satisfied in what you're doing, because how you do things and what you're into is very niche, it's very specific. But you also need to kind of learn to allow yourself to have a little bit more of an option. You need to allow yourself to be a little bit more adaptable. You can be adaptable, sometimes you just choose not to be because you want to satisfy your self needs. But in order to grow, you might need to be uncomfortable and you might need to do things that you don't want to do. And since everyone relies on you for the answers, like you may struggle with looking foolish or dumb. So there might be situations that you avoid altogether, like literal events you might avoid altogether because you might feel intimidated by another person. You might feel intimidated by the actual event itself. But there is a part of you that just doesn't like to be human, quote unquote, because you don't have all the answers, but like you wish you did sometimes because of the way people rely on you. But you also need to allow yourself to make some mistakes because otherwise you're not going to live a very fulfilled life, and people learn through mistakes as well. So just be mindful about like the fact that you always want to look educated and you always want to look, and I've got that problem too, I'm not gonna lie, because I am a Leo rising. Leos govern education. If I feel like I'm dumb, I honestly, that's like my worst fear, to look stupid. So I always do high amounts of research before I do videos like these. So I totally get where that's coming from, but we also have to remember that we're human, we make mistakes, and it's okay, you know. It's okay also to take as much time as possible. Oftentimes people like the destiny number 4 or who embody this kind of spirit of like being the practical problem solver, it's almost like they have to solve the problem straight away when problems can take a while to solve. And especially if you're spiritual, you have to remember that timing is everything. So don't be annoyed that you can't solve a problem straight away. It's just not the right time, okay? So here's the thing that you always have to remember: the throat chakra and the solar plexus and the third eye chakra need to be worked on a lot, because what you're going to be doing is talking about a problem to solve. If you have too much ego or too much pride when you're talking about these things, you're not actually going to be the person that people rely on. You're going to be more of a hindrance and more of an annoyance. But also it doesn't do much for you when that happens, because a lot of people with pride and ego go down a slippery hill and a big downfall, so you got to be careful with that. Also solar plexus for confidence, because a lot of the time people in your position will not believe that they're good at solving issues, but you really are. You're the person that people look towards. So obviously solar plexus as well needs to be worked on. Third eye as well, because intuition is also a thing that you're going to need to rely on, not just logic. The knowledge that you know has a good basis, but like there is knowledge that you don't know that you're going to have to rely on your intuition for. So there's things like that that you have to work on. Of course, if you don't know how to work on those things, I have separate videos on those as well, and some that are coming and in the process. So of course, definitely check out my chakra playlist up here. So guys, if you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.